Hi, it's Kate from Daisy Nails, offering fun, funky and fabulous nails. I wanted to talk to you today about my logo. When I first started doing Daisy Nails, it wasn't Daisy Nails, it was Bohemian Nails. This was a name that was conjured up by a friend of mine who I couldn't come up with a name. I couldn't think of a name. I'm rubbish at coming up with names for things. And she said, well, you're very Bohemian. Why don't you call it Bohemian Nails? So I did. And it never quite sat right with me. It never felt comfortable for me. And then one day I was looking at my tattoo, which I have a tattoo of a daisy, and I went, Daisy Nails. I love daisies. But I created my logo before I became Daisy Nails. And I was recently questioned why the nails in my logo don't have a daisy on. And so I decided it was time to change it up. But I want to keep the logo looking as similar as possible. And I spoke to my original hand model. She currently can't have gel nails because of medication she's got, which is damaging her nails. So we decided to make her some press-ons and recreate the photograph. So I thought I would go through the recreation. So we are, first of all, doing an ombre using Candy Pop, Girl Power and Daddy's Girl. Using the Madam Glam ombre brush. Just gentle little tickling strokes just between those colours, because those two colours blend beautifully together. You've got two different colours that are falling over my words, colours that are too different from one another. It's much harder to get them to blend, but those two at the top blend beautifully. The bottom ones were a little bit trickier, but not too bad. Again, tickling strokes, and I was bringing the darker colour down over the more orangey colour, just to sort of make it blend in more. So it was changing the colour at the bottom a bit more, but making it lighter as it came down, which was an effect I really liked. Right then, I am not going to make you... I ended up doing 3 coats of this ombre, so I decided not to make you sit and watch all 3 coats, so we're going to zoom through these. Wouldn't it be great if you could really do an ombre at that sort of speed, though? You could really make your hands move that fast. Blimey, how many sets of nails could you get through? However, I can't. I think that was the 3rd go in the lamp, wasn't it? Yeah, make sure you keep those brushes nice and clean, carefully putting the lids back on. So my original logo was like a sunset scene. It had, like, you know, the purples and pinks of the sky with the sun just going down into the sea. So I wanted to recreate as much as possible with a flower. So I did the similar background, but then using I think it was Sundays and Sunset in Hawaii, that said on there, wasn't it? Colours. I'm going to make a daisy in the same place that the sun was. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Dotting tools. We all know how to use a dotting tool, don't we? Nice and carefully placed. So let me tell you about my morning. My eldest child is a huge Whovian, Doctor Who fan. And in a village nearby, there is today a Doctor Who convention. So my morning consisted of making sure that 17-year-old had everything that they needed and driving them over to the village to go and join. This is a very quiet, very typical English sleepy village, which today seems to be filled with Cybermen and people from all periods of history and long scarves and all sorts. It was quite exciting to see, but definitely didn't want to stay. So dropped off the 17-year-old and off I went. Right, so once I'd done the flower, I wanted to add just a stem to it, because the original logo had a little bird in silhouette on the sun. And so to have that same sort of feel in it, I decided to do a stem on the flower, and then I put a couple of little leaves on it. Oh, we're not up to that bit. I haven't been watching the video, I've just been chatting away. Oh, I think we're doing the petals now, aren't we? Yeah, usually I would use a palette, but there's such a small amount needed. I didn't want it. I hate wasting, absolutely hate wasting the gels. So I was just literally taking it off the brush onto the dotting tool. Just gonna have a swig of my Coke. Not sure what I'm doing there. Oh, was I cleaning? Oh, was I getting the brush out to pull out the petals a little bit? So they just weren't just little blobs, but using I think that's the Madam Glam fine liner perhaps, or detailer. I can't remember, but I just put that onto the edge of the little dots I'd made with the dotting tool, and just flicked out ever so slightly, just to give the petals a little bit more shape. And then that's going to go into the lamp in a minute. All Madam Glam gels, normal gels, are 30 seconds in the lamp. The art gels, which I'm about to use to do the stem, they take 60 seconds in the lamp. I did notice that Madam Glam have a VIP sale on today. I think I'm supposed to be waiting until the 1st of July to do my next order. And then a part of me really, really wants to order now. But I will resist. It is only today, the date is the 17th of June, so less than half a month, right? And I'm sure in July they'll do some kind of a sale, won't they? Anyway, that's in the lamp now. Just getting the art gel out. I've put that onto that buffing block because that art gel leaks. It's just got a crack in the gold bit around the rim, and it leaks everywhere, and I didn't want it to get on my carpet because I was obviously sitting in my living room on the carpet watching TV while I was doing the video. I think I was possibly watching something really intellectual like The Simpsons. Right, so we are doing the stem. Just a nice little curved line, and then to do the leaves, I just got a little bit of the art gel on the brush and did a little dot, one each side, slightly asymmetrical, cleaned off the brush, and then I used the very tip of it again just to pull that out away from the stem to create the shape of the leaf, and towards the stem to create the stalk of the leaf that attaches onto the stem. So what we're going to do, once these are finished, I'm going to take these around to my client's house, and we're going to put them onto her fingers, and we're going to try and recreate the photograph that is in my logo. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that'll be coming up soon. No wipe top gel. Can't go wrong, can you? Let's move all the gels out of the way. Put those back in their box. You can actually see on the floor there's the practice one I did before I sort of went ahead and started making them. Bit of no wipe top coat, make it nice and shiny. I think the originals, they had a shiny top coat, but it wasn't as shiny as this one. The original one I did when I was using a completely different brand years ago. But it was I'm not going to name them, but they were a brand that used to need so many coats to get a deep enough colour. So when I discovered Madame Glam, it was such a relief to find one that didn't need that. There we go. There's the finished product.